Hello, my name is Fallas, and I'm going to be teaching you the tarot cards today. I've been reading tarot cards for about 10 years now, and so I'm just going to be giving you a basic overview of one card in each video. And the reason that I do this is because I really like to focus on the images to help me understand the meaning of the cards. And sometimes this actually helps me unlock new or maybe more subtle meanings. So we're going to start by using a Rider-Waite based tarot system. I'm actually going to be using the Rider-Waite cards, but you can choose any deck that you want, as long as there's sort of 78, the 22 Major Arcana, and the rest being divided into the Minor Arcana. So we're going to start with the Fool, which is often the first card in the deck. So as you can see, we have a young person going on an adventure, all right? We have a little dog in the corner, we have our knapsack, feather, sort of hanging off of our hat, and we have this flower. We also have a cliff right about here that we're about to walk off of, which we're not paying attention to because we're looking into the distance. So this card typically represents the beginning of a new adventure, a new journey, and it's often an exciting time, a time where we get to learn about ourselves even, right? And we can see this by his knapsack, so we still need to carry some of the tools with us, some of the things we rely on, but we can also see that there's this little dog in the corner. And so another potential meaning for this is your higher self knows the journey you're supposed to go on. This could be your higher self voice, or this could be a spirit guide as well, sort of helping to guide you along this journey. So this is not always a truly alone journey. Usually I take the symbol of the flower here and of our little feather to represent innocence and during this joyful time. All right, and I always say there is a big picture journey going on here. That's why our Fool is looking in the distance. But we have to be careful and pay attention to the little details before we walk right off the cliff. Okay? Now, if this were to be reversed, and if you were just getting into cards, do not feel the need to absorb, right side and reversed immediately. You can just stick with right side. But here, reversed, I would say definitely pay attention to the smaller details. Definitely make sure you have everything you need for this journey and don't rush into it. But again, it can still be an exciting time, even if it is flipped upside down. I always just use it as a little nudge to whomever I read, to not forget to prepare everything they need. So now I'm actually going to show you this, as well as two cards from other tarot decks, so you can just see some of the imagery that they have in common and some of the things that may carry forward into your own deck that you've bought. So, as you can see, both of these other cards do have something in common. We do have young people in both of the cards. So as we can see here, there's a young gentleman, here there's a young woman. Not only do we have young people in this deck, but we also have little animals. So here we can see the young dog playing at the gentleman's feet, and here we can see that the woman has a little hair. It's a little tough to see on this particular camera, but we'll work with it. Now I can also see that they're both carrying bags with them over their shoulders. So again, the idea that we're not going sort of completely empty-handed. There is a goal for everyone in these pictures. We don't see the actual goal of the Fool, we just know he is looking over to something. But in these other two decks, we can sort of see towns, if you will, or castles in the distance. So again, we are on a journey, we're going somewhere else, and we're just excited to explore. So again, these are just some of the symbols that are carrying over, or some of the images that are carrying over, right? And so even though here we have the sun in the sky, here we have the moon also providing light, and here we have the rainbow, which in theory leads to sort of the end of an exciting destination. So thank you for watching this video on the Fool. If you're just starting your tarot journey or looking to brush up, feel free to subscribe and follow below. And we'll definitely be going over more cards. Remember, take what works for you and leave the rest behind, but really just take time to sit with your tarot cards, to really look at the images and to see what sort of calls out to you. Because that's really going to be how you learn what definitions work best in your readings and for your clients.